Okay, I've been itching for another 2-week Minecraft phase, so now is the best excuse more than ever to go for the Minecraft Platinum on PS4. Yeah, we're firing up the day 1 PS4 for this one. There are a total of 51 trophies for this Platinum. The trophy guide suggests the game takes around 35 hours, but I'm somewhat of a Minecraft pro, so I reckon I can get this done in a day. Loading up the game with a fresh profile is every trophy hunter's wet dream, with the trophies literally coming out my ass. As soon as the first one rolled in, all the others just followed. All the trophies we got here were just for doing generic first aid tasks in a new world. At the rate these trophies are coming in, this Platinum we've done in time for dinner. Okay, 9 trophies in, it's time for a base. So like every 2-week phase, I literally travelled for hours. Like actual hours. I travelled so far that I got a trophy for it. And after all that, I found a perfect spot for the perfect base. Alright, listen, I'm not here to build, okay? Don't judge me. My time wasn't completely wasted, as we got 2 trophies while building this monstrosity. We got pork chop, and we got acquire hardware for smelting our first bit of iron, bringing our total trophy count to 12. With the 2 bits of iron that we have left, we could make a hoe, but like they always say, never waste your iron on a hoe. So we made a stone hoe, which got us time to farm and more tools. Using the hoe, we make a farm to get wheat and breed some animals to get repopulation. Using our last bit of iron, we make a shear for our next trophy. Now we just need a shear. Oh, that was easy. Using the wheat from our farm, we make bread for the baked bread trophy. And then for its assigned trophy, we made some improvements to the house.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You can't really polish a turd. Using rotten flesh to cure our starvation, we get a trophy Iron Belly. After replenishing our iron and coal stock, I made it back to base to smelt everything, in the process almost destroying the base. That near-death experience reminded me I needed some more protection, so we made some iron armor to stay safe. The trophy was meant to pop here, but nothing happened, which I can't lie got me a bit nervous, as I thought I broke the game, so I called it a day. Safe to say that night was a tough sleep. Next day, while loading up the game, it popped. Turns out it's a pretty normal bug. So far, I've crafted some mines, but I haven't mined some crafts.
I yearned for the mines.
So, I went on a little expedition to get some diamonds.
I yearned for the mines.
Next, I went on another generational run of trophy collecting, starting with the dispense with this trophy. Then I used wood to make charcoal, and I made a little plant pot to spruce up the base a bit. And I gotta say, now it's starting to feel a bit more like home. For quick scoping a creeper with a bow and arrow, we get Archer. And then for catching and eating a fish, we get the trophy Delicious Fish. And then to prepare for the next stage of the trophy hunt, we make an enchanting table and bookshelves. We get Enchanter and Librarian. Using obsidian, we make a nether portal for the trophy into the nether. That's one of 3 trophies associated with the nether in the base game. Pretty much straight away, we get our second nether trophy for endgame in a ghast with its own fireball. And then we get our final nether trophy for harvesting a rod from a blaze. We need a few of these rods for a few more trophies later on, so we spawn capped a few more for a while. Man, the nether is a breeze. To celebrate that trauma of the nether, we made a cake for the trophy The Lie. From trading with some piglins, we picked up all the ender pearls we need to make Eyes of Ender. Using these, we find the end pool and jump right in for the trophy The End. For the final trophy of the stage, now we just need to defeat the Ender Dragon. Okay, before we get any further, I just want to preface that I'm either the worst gamer in history, or they have made the end on console literally impossible. Embarrassingly, I ended up dying a total of 23 times before we finally defeated the Ender Dragon to get the trophy, The End. With the game completed, we have the final cleanup trophies to get through. For the next 2 trophies, Bodyguard and Honor Rail, we're going to need a lot of iron. Luckily, we got a lot of XP from the dragon, so we used the enchanting table to get Fortune 3. With this, we managed to get stacks of iron. So, we made a little iron friend for the Bodyguard trophy. Then, for Honor Rail, we built a track and rode it for 500 blocks. Using the music disc we got earlier for Game End and a Ghast, we slapped that into a jukebox that for some reason requires a whole diamond to make. In this economy, really? Early on, we got a fire resistant potion from trading with some piglins. Using this, we jumped into some lava for a warm bath, for the trophy Staying Frosty. Sticking to the theme of potions, we need a trophy Zombie Doctor for bringing a zombie villager back to life. To do this, we need a potion of weakness and a golden apple. For brewing our first potion, we get Local Brewery. And then, after finding a quaint little village, we let some zombies wreak havoc so we can get our test subject. By force feeding the zombie villager the potion and apple, we get the trophy. Okay, we only have 10 more trophies to go before that glorious platinum. Awarded all trophies. Wait, that's seriously the name of the platinum? That has genuinely ruined this whole experience for me. Anyways, for the next trophy Lion Hunter, we need to tame an ocelot, which at first sounds simple. These cats are actual bastards. It's genuinely so frustrating, my inner Kojima was coming out. But thankfully, before that happened, we got it. And then after travelling literal miles for a single cactus, we made all 16 colour variations of all in a chest for Rainbow Collection. For the next trophy, chest full of cobblestone, you will never guess what we have to do. Seriously, for a creative game like this, these trophy names are actually terrible. For the Haggler trophy, we need to trade our way to 30 emeralds, so we return to the local village to scam the locals. I'm starting to feel kind of bad for these guys. Using an enchanted sword and a strength potion, we get overkill for one tap in a mob. For the trophy Diamonds to you, you require a friend. There's a reason why I've only been getting platinum in single player games so far. Luckily, I had a spare controller, so that I could fake a friend. Damn, I think I've hit rock bottom. For the leader of the pack trophy, I had to become the alpha by taming 5 wolves, and this was easy for me. And then for mounting a pig, we get when pigs fly. And then for the penultimate trophy, sniper duel, we have to snipe a skeleton from 50 blocks away, which at first doesn't sound too bad, right? Well, turns out it's low-key impossible on console, because the spawn distance for mobs is so bad. As soon as you turn around from a mob, they instantly despawn. It was getting so bad I had to turn to a guide. So apparently you can trap a skeleton next to an AFK account so that it wouldn't despawn. And then just by using a trapdoor and some redstone, you can get the trophy. And now we just have the easiest trophy. I just have to play the game for 100 days in-game. Luckily the game has a built-in clock that we can activate. So far we've played for 69 days. So we only got to survive in this world for another 31 days. Which honestly wasn't too bad because it gave me time to sort out whatever this mess was. After completing my base, we finally reached the 100-day mark, which should mean a trophy. Right. So apparently it's not 100 days in-game that you have to spend. It's actually 33 hours in-game time. That's real life hours. At this point, I don't even think I played 20 hours. So, I put my controller down. And I actually touched some grass. After 13 hours of leaving on my PS4, which is already on life support by the way, we got the trophy. Which means, we got the platinum. And I wasn't even there to celebrate. Honestly, if you made it this far, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit subscribe and like the video, because honestly it just means the world and I just need to be more consistent. So by doing that, it kind of shows me that, you know, there's people actually interested in the videos. So please subscribe and like, and yeah, see you in the next one.